Welcome to our tutorial on the Pure Class cushion, named because I think it is very classy. Mark's spanning you around our little area here. As you can see, this is the cushion you'll be making. It's just delightful. I wanted to mix it up a bit because these need to be special things that we're making, and it's got a block and then an off-centre border and then some pinwheels. So I'm going to take you through all of the processes. This is the way it'll come, well, it has come to you, postman permitting, in a box with a picture on. You get, in this one, a little welcome letter and full instructions. Inside the box, you've got your wadding at the bottom, then your backing. On top of that, you've got your borders and then the nitty-gritty of the block on the top. So this bit here is the four corners section, and these are your pinwheels on this side. So just get out what you need as you go along. That's what you can expect to get every month. I'll just tell you a little bit about myself first, because I'm talking to people I don't know, I'm talking to people I do know, people who know me, have seen me, have been taught by me, or know nothing about me at all. So I am a qualified teacher. I can teach up to City and Guilds level. I absolutely love teaching, and I absolutely love the craft of patchwork. The main thing is to enjoy it. The purpose of what we're doing is for you to make some gorgeous things and try your best to get them to the best of your ability. It's a handcraft. We're not manufacturing hundreds of them, so you just do the best you can do, and along the way I'm going to give you some tips on what it's best to do to get the best effect. It's just me and Mark, so you know, we might stop and start a bit, or if the machine...
I might just come in and say something.
Yeah, you might.
Yeah. Bear with us.
You know, if the machine comes unthreaded, all of these things happen to everybody, so we'll see how it goes. And along the way I'm going to give you some tips to help you in everything that you do. So as you can see on the table, I have started the process because there's nothing worse than just watching somebody sew straight lines and, you know, you think, oh, I'll go and put the kettle on and I'll come back later. I want to give you the facts of what we're doing. So you've got some elements already on the table, and here this is a quarter of the block, that little section there. I've got two I've joined together, one waiting, and this one here I'm going to make in a second. And then we've got some pinwheel blocks. I've done them, I've joined them into a row, and then I've got the one to complete for the corner, and there's the other row. Now if you want to switch the pattern around on the way you put your pinwheels down, it really doesn't matter. This is your cushion, just enjoy it and take your time. I think that's probably the most important thing. Like we want to learn a little bit as well, so if you take your time on what you're doing, it's not a rush, just relax and enjoy it. If you make a mistake, just unpick it and away you go again. So we'll see how we go. So I've got my blocks here. I'm going to start with the pinwheel one because it's lovely.
First in your hand.
Yeah. So each pinwheel needs two pieces of fabric, a contrast. The contrast is the same back for all of the pinwheels. It's the prints that change. So here we've got a contrast and a print. This is the corner, but I've put it in the corner because there's just one of them. So I've drawn a diagonal line across the centre. If you can't see it well enough, Mark, let me know and I'll, you know.
Yep.
Yeah. So diagonal line, this is a fast-pieced half square triangle, which some of you might have done, some of you might not have done. So I'm going to put it under the machine and I'm going to stitch 1/4 of an inch either side of that line, an accurate 1/4 of an inch. There's so much I could be telling you, like I can't teach a whole course in one tutorial. So, you know, you can go back and watch the tutorials as often as you like. You can stop and start them or whatever you want to do. So just take, you might want to take a few notes sometimes, occasionally. but I want you to get the most out of them you can. Feel free to email me if you've got any questions or anything really, apart from, you know, shopping lists and that sort of thing. Just about patchwork really. This is the first tutorial we've done, isn't it, Mark?
It is.
We have got, you know, a few ideas of grandeur. We might do what's it called?
Zoom.
A question and answer.
Question and answer thing. Yes.
Yeah. Once we get going, really. So I'm going to take these over to my cutting board, and I'm going to cut on the diagonal line. Now, I always stand up to cut, and if you're able to, I would advise it. You don't have to be cutting with rotary cutting equipment. You can just cut with a pair of scissors. Either is fine. Stand up and cut away from you. Never, ever, 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 ever cut towards you. So there's not much. This is all you have to do in this. So if you just prefer to sit and cut them with your scissors, that's fine. I'm going to press these now towards the darkest fabric. So I always end up pressing left-handed.